don't know the names of the sauces. I just said the spiciest one you have. First up is going to be breakfast. I've been here in Mexico City for almost 4 months and I still haven't had chilaquiles, and it seems to be loved by everyone, so I'm very excited to try it today. Chilaquiles are a traditional Mexican breakfast made by cutting tortillas in quarters, lightly frying them or baking them, red or green sauce on them, simmer. The garnishes are crema, queso fresco, aguacate, or I don't know how I'm saying that in Spanish, avocado. As you can see, I got the salsa verde. I'm a salsa verde girl, but you can definitely try both and see which one you like better. I got it with chicken. They also had options to get it with chorizo, with beef, with eggs. I'm sure there are a lot of different options as well. I think I would rate it 7.5, 8. I mean, it's nothing revolutionary. I understand why everyone likes it. It's almost like in America, let's say pretty much everyone likes burgers, everyone likes fries. There's nothing revolutionary about burgers or fries, but it's still good. It's consistently good kind of thing. The thing is, it's a breakfast food and I don't really even eat breakfast, so that's why maybe I don't see myself eating it very often. It's almost like pancakes. Like, pancakes are really good, but I haven't eaten pancakes in a really long time, so this would be a really good hangover food. I could definitely see that. Even if it was a lunch food, I think there are so many other Mexican options that are just better for lunch, because the main part of the dish I felt like was tortillas, so I usually like to have a more protein dense dish. Obviously there's chicken in it, but I like for the protein to almost be the main part of the dish as opposed to practically a garnish. I definitely would recommend it if you go to Mexico. Give it a try. I forgot to mention before, the chilaquiles were 100 pesos, 100, and then the coffee was 35 pesos. It was 135. Next up is going to be a torta. So in most Latin American countries, a torta is a cake. We're not going to be having cake for our whole meal. Torta in Mexico is actually a sandwich. So usually the main component is some sort of meat, like a torta de milanesa or jamon. And then it'll come with some garnishes like avocado, tomato, onion. I think those are the main ones off the top of my head. I picked up the torta. It is really big. It's kind of falling apart from what I feel in here. Oh no, it's just two. Wow, that's massive. This is all one big torta. I did not realize it was that big. We'll go with it. So this is 1/2 of it. This would have been enough. I didn't know it was gonna be this big. I think you can see the layers. It's basically a sandwich. It's nice and flat. This is delicious though. One thing you'll find with tortas is they're always, with sandwiches in general, the bread ratio could be a little bit off, but the bread to meat and everything else in there ratio is always perfect with a torta for some reason. I see some onion in there, some tomato, avocado, there's some spicy sauce in there. I think that's pretty much everything that's in there. So I'm ready to dig in. By the way, this was 65 pesos. My laptop just turned off. 65 pesos, let me try to guess in the meantime, while I get my laptop turned back on. My light just disappeared here, but it's okay. 65 pesos. I'm going to say is $3.50 US. So we'll see how far off I am. This is really good though. It seems like it's just a sandwich, but I mean it is a sandwich, but it's a Mexican sandwich. It's just good. It has some nice creaminess from the avocado, the tomato, onion, meat, the bread. It's a little bit spicy. It's just the ratios that are so perfect. In my opinion, most sandwiches have too much bread. The bread ratio is off. I don't want a mouthful of bread when I want a sandwich. You know, if I just want to eat bread, which I don't typically try to do, then sure. But for a sandwich, I feel like you actually want to be able to taste the fillings. So that's really what you get with the torta. So let's see how far off I was. $3.77. So I was pretty close, to be fair. I'm not American, so I'm pretty proud of that, to be honest. Because I went from Mexican to USD to Canadian. So I did a couple conversions in my head there. Keep in mind, these are all pretty kind of local places. This place was just on the street, so that's why it's not very expensive. The Chilaquiles place is in my neighborhood, and my neighborhood isn't super expensive. A lot of you, if you guys come to Mexico City to visit, you're probably going to stay in Roma Norte, Polanco, probably one of those two, to be honest. So when you get these things, it'll be a little bit more expensive because you're in a super touristy area. Here, you kind of get regular prices, I would say. So yeah, it's like a middle class, very family neighborhood. Anyway, I'm gonna keep eating. Apparently this is chicken milanesa. So yeah, it's really good. It's a chicken sandwich with good toppings. This is better than any chicken sandwich that you have in the States, okay? I promise, I love chicken sandwiches. I eat a lot of them. Usually I would only eat this half, but to be fair, I'm running a 30K tomorrow, so I don't really mind carb loading and either eating a bigger torta. If you get half, it's only 50 pesos. It's actually a good deal to get two. You know, if you have a friend with you, if you want to share, you guys could just get one big torta, and it's pretty much two halves, or two small tortas, is what I mean. But it's just so good. Not anything crazy. I do recommend you try it when you come to Mexico. Torta is really good. There are many Mexican food options like pozole, tamales, enchiladas, flautas, quesadillas, elote, more that I'm probably not even mentioning right now. So it's hard to keep this video to only 3 dishes, but I feel like it really wouldn't be a Mexican day of eating without having any tacos. So even within tacos, there are a lot of options. Thankfully, for my indecisiveness, I don't like pork, so that cuts out a lot of the options when it comes to tacos. So we're gonna go for my favorite ones, which are tacos de birria. Technically, I like them with cheese, so it's actually quesabirria, which I think makes them a quesadilla, but anyway. Quesabirria or tacos de birria were super popular on Instagram and TikTok a couple years ago, so you may have seen them there, but I'll pop up a video on the screen so you can see and maybe refresh your memory a little bit. Quesabirria is a Mexican dish from Tijuana, made out of birria style beef, cheese, or I like it with cheese specifically, inside a tortilla, and usually it comes with consomme, which is like a broth that you can dip it in and eat. So let's go. The quesabirria has been secured. I'm literally a minute away from home. It is a miracle that I don't eat this every day. You know the amount of self-control it takes? This place is literally down the street from me. I've been here almost 4 months. This might be my 4th time having it, maybe 5th. That sounds like a lot, but trust me, it could be a lot more. Right here, we've got the consomme. I also got the sauce. They asked me which one. I don't know the names of the sauces. I just said the spiciest one you have. So that's what we've got here. Napkins. I think I'm gonna need to use some of the home ones. Don't think it's gonna be enough. I'm taking my rings off because, you know, that's how you know it's gonna get serious, when the rings come off. They actually wrap this up nicely for me. Most of the time, they just kind of throw it in here, and I spill quite a bit. But look at this. They sealed it for me. But anyway, here's the quesabirria. I'm excited, so let's dig in. It's packed so nicely just for me to rip it up. That's what's most fun. You know, when you're opening a present, you're not gonna open it delicately. You wanna just rip it up. That's part of the fun. Yeah, usually I need a plate because of how messy they give it to me to go, but today it's pretty clean. Quesabirria. Yeah, it's usually a lot messier as well, but just to give you a look inside, that's delicious. It's hot, but look at that. Anyway, I'm excited for this. First bite, I'm gonna do no consomme, no sauce. I just wanna taste it by itself. Even on its own, really, really good. Now, what I'm gonna do with this salsa, I'm gonna open the quesabirria up. Let me show you what's going on here. I have the salsa, grab my spoon. Again, this is the spiciest one, so I'm not really sure how much to put, but I think this amount would be fine for the entire thing. It's about half of it. I already ate half of the quesabirria. That's pretty evenly spread though. I like that, happy with that. So now I'm going to try it with the sauce, still no consomme, just spicy sauce. The spicy sauce 100% makes it better, so I'm gonna be putting it in the other two as well. No more bites without the spicy sauce. And it's not too spicy, but I'm pretty good with spice. Listen, I know Mexicans like spice, but I think I can handle it pretty well because anytime I ask for sauces, I always try to get the spiciest one. One time it was really spicy, but I was still able to handle it. But it was spicy. That was one of the spiciest things I've eaten in my life. Trying to think. Yeah. One of the spiciest, mainly because they were the tacos. He put the spiciest sauce, but it already came with chilies in it. So it was a lot of spice mixed in, but it was still really good. Anyway, now we've got a little bit left in the first quesabirria. So we're going to try with consomme now. I really like consomme personally, But I'm a big soup person. I could even pretty much drink this alone and I would enjoy it. This is what the consomme looks like. Looks like there's some onion in there and stuff. Again, I can drink it alone. That is super good alone. It's basically just broth. I'm starting to think I should just buy this. I could buy this and just make soups with it, like put vegetables in and use this broth. I might actually do that. It's a really nice flavor. Anyway, I'm gonna stop drinking the consomme alone, so I have some left for my quesabirria. Just dip it in, pretty simple. I really can't decide if it makes it better, because it's nice that it's crispy, but this makes it less crispy because you're dipping it into broth. I think I kind of prefer it, not that it's bad, but I think I prefer it without, I love the consomme, I love the quesabirria, but I think I love them separately. I'm trying to think. I think some bites with the consomme, some bites without the consomme is the ideal mix. So that's how I'm gonna eat this. That birria was really, really good. I'm from Toronto. In Toronto, we don't have the best Mexican food. So I had birria before, but not this good. Not nearly as good. So when you come to Mexico, I definitely recommend trying it. If you're from California or something like that, then you probably had really good birria before, to be honest, just because this is from Tijuana, which is further north, I believe. Hold on a second, because my Mexico geography is not perfect. But I believe Tijuana is in the north. Oh yeah, it literally borders the States. Oh, it borders California. So yeah, if you're in California, you actually, there's a chance that you have better birria than this. If you haven't had it yet, and you're in California, you should definitely go, because I know you guys have good birria trucks and stuff like that. 100% recommend. And if you're not from California and you've never had birria, or you've had birria wherever you are, you should still try it when you come to Mexico. It's the best thing that I've tried today. It's the thing that I recommend the most. Anyway, today has been a lot of fun kind of showing you a couple Mexican foods. As I said, there are so many more Mexican foods that you can try when you come to Mexico. There are a lot that I haven't tried yet. I'll be trying more next weekend, but these are a couple of the staples that I thought I should show today. And hopefully when you come over here, you try some good Mexican foods. Because honestly, I think Mexican cuisine is known to be one of the best in the world, so make sure you don't come here and have some KFC. I do see tourists do that, by the way. You think it's a joke, but anyway, not the point of the video. Thank you for coming along with me for my day of eating Mexican food for 24 hours. I'll see you next Sunday.